that one. Let's see if this comes up now. All right, so there's that video. All right, let's see.
I saw Rico was in the messages on the other one.
Okay, so I started this. Let's see if there's any comments that pop up. So there's that. All right. Okay, so there's that. That's gonna go right there. Should have had done copied it. All right, so there's one person on the view. Testing. What's up, Wayne? Okay, so Wayne's up in here in Wayne's World. All right, so there's that. All right, let me see if I can get that on the screen here. Boom, here, and I'll flip it. Okay, so there's our channels. Boom, there. Okay, so boom. Okay, now I just got to move it over this way a little bit. All right, so it's working. Okay, all right, we got 3 people. Let's start this one more time. All right, so we're not gonna do the intro no more. We already did the intro. Let's bring the music back on, and then we'll have Rico come on.
When you left, I was sitting here staring at my phone, looking at my face, and I can't see any comments or anything. I was feeling very lonely, and I was trying to talk, and it was so awkward to sit there looking at my own face and talk to myself. But I was saying how in the shop I feel like I talk to myself all the time, but it's sitting here just looking at my face on the phone. It was very weird.
Everybody's commenting they can't see that. Apparently, it's just you, Ryan, that can't. I just recommend you comment it on YouTube, so we'll see if it sees that. All right, so he said YouTube comments. I'm gonna see if there's any YouTube comments. Nope, nothing on YouTube comments. Okay, so I'm just gonna go make a thing saying, "Hey, we're on now." Give me 1 second. All right. Aren't you guys in the same room? No, we're not in the same room. Was live 35 minutes ago. Take 2. Okay, so there we go. We got testing. We got no more other comments. So this one, I don't know why it says. Wait. Is it doing? Hold on. Am I live on 2 different things? It can't be. All right, so I guess we're live here. We live on take 2. All right, so I'm just gonna post that. All right, so we'll see. People come on. If they don't come on, I'm sorry. All right, since we got 4 guests, if you guys can hear me, see me, can you guys hear me first of all? Can you guys hear me, see me? Ryan? Yes? No?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you froze there for a second. All right, let's get Rico on here. Yes. Rico, you ready for this, man? I'm sorry.
What's up, guys? All good, man. No problem.
I feel like a newbie.
Yeah, I hear Ryan. I hear Cash. Comments are going through a little weird on my Facebook, but they're going through a little lagging on the laptop. I can't figure it out. But we're live.
That's usually
on my Facebook. But going through a little lagging on the laptop.
You're gonna have to shut the computer value off.
Yeah, no, there's a slight lag on there.
All right, there you go. We can hear on Facebook. Yes, to both. This is what you get for trying to change it up. Exactly. Damn it! I don't even have the new toy. Like, look, I got got this toy that I was supposed to do like whole kind of different stuff with to have fun with it. And man, I turned this shit off, went back to all the old settings, and I don't know what exactly. It was supposed to like control the volume. It was supposed to do a whole bunch of stuff. I've got a new screen, like where my monitors are now up on these little arms. So man, I thought this was gonna be a badass live, and all of a sudden it's a shit show, and they put us back 20 minutes.
It's good as long as the comments are on the side, you know.
Did you buy 6 of them? No, I didn't buy 6 of them.
Yes,
Thanks a lot, Wayne. All right, I'm gonna put that up just a little bit because Wayne's comments coming in, but I can barely see that. All right, so I can do that. That's better.
I adjust that screen.
So there we go on that setting.
I need to get some screens like you. I'm like looking at the like a little phone screen, like like miniature. Poor Ryan, man, you had him on for like 10 minutes, just like we were all just watching him. It was like a mirror.
Yeah,
and then I was at the bottom in gray, in the bottom of the restream. And I'm like just watching him right here.
Hey man, it's not my fault.
Where you say you were playing with some color PPF, and where are you at right now, Ryan?
I'm in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, no, it's smoke PPF. So several years ago, or I think it's about maybe not 5 years ago, 3 years ago or so, I had tested that out on my soft top Jeep windows, you know, and that's been working great. And then I do a lot of machines up here and stuff. So a couple people with new skid steers, you know, they have that plexiglass roof top window. So I use it on them, and I started realizing like it was making the vision out clearer when it cured. It was at great clarity. So instead of using like, you know, the taillight vinyls and stuff like that, you know, a lot of them have like the little, it's blurry, you know, they have the air regresses sometimes in the adhesive, and it just doesn't, you don't get that optical clarity. You know, on a taillight, it doesn't really matter, but in like a shield or something like that, in a window, it does. So I started using that tinted PPF, and those, the new Polaris Expedition 2-doors, the back, they have a little tiny back window at the top that's glass, and then they have an angular one coming back down that's it's like 10 inches, and it's a plastic one. So I have that plexi shade from Johnson's as well. It's made for the I was going to use that, but the from Polaris, they have foam that, you know, sits against the metal frame, and it's like smeared all over it, and I just didn't want to mess with it, so I was like, I'll just put the PPF on the outside of it. Plus, it helps, you know, those things get all scratched up, you know, they're out in the woods, riding in the mud and everything, so I feel like that on the exterior is kind of nice anyway, you know.
Yeah, no, I never considered doing that. Like, I didn't know it was compatible with the plexi without blistering. That's good to know, though. You know, and that it has the clarity. I can see that. I can see the vinyls, like the Lukes or those on the lights. You could see the graininess.
Yeah.
So you don't look through them, so it doesn't matter. But they don't look as clear, or you know, like PPF will take the scratches out, and
yeah, exactly.
Incredible product.
Yeah,
I like the small PPF. That I also got the Johnson one for I did this black limo, and it had like a plexi back like window. So I think people in this group helped direct me to Christina, I believe, from Johnson, and that's where I tried that one for the first time. But
good. What shade did you get?
I think it was a 20%.
The 20, yeah, that's what I got too. Yeah, I see that they have it down to 10% as well. They have like, I think they have 30, 20, and 10 now, or something like that.
3 shades. I haven't checked on the smog PPF how many more shades they've added. Or what shades they have there?
I think Tony told me they added 2 other shades to what they did have. I haven't actually looked at it either.
Where's Tony at? I know he's in Florida.
No,
yeah,
Tony's
he's
not
in North. Yeah, he's North Florida.
Tony Kegler, okay.
Yeah, Tony's here.
Yeah, he's in Tampa.
He's in Tampa?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Okay, I didn't know he was that close. That's great. Tampa's right here, 20 minutes. I live
Yep.
right by Gandy. Go down 4th Street, Gandy. I'm in Tampa. That's good to know. Okay, cool. Yeah,
I
that's
didn't know.
awesome.
I didn't know. I didn't know Tony was in Tampa. You're in St. Pete, right? Or close to St. Pete?
Yeah, I'm in St.
Uh,
Petersburg. My shop is technically in Pinellas County, Clearwater. It's
okay.
like 18 minutes from here. It's right off the
Yeah.
freeway heading towards Tampa. If you go right, you're in Clearwater. If you go left, you're in St. Petersburg. So I'm like
Okay.
right in the center, right next to the airport. It's like an industrial area, but the
Yeah.
road I'm on is ton of traffic. So I'm kind of like looking to, get like a real sign out front, LED sign,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
draw that traffic in a little more.
So how is the difference, like being there
Hey
versus
guys,
Hawaii? Like,
if you don't mind, can we start the podcast the right way?
Let's do it. How's
I
that?
mean, Ryan, this is like the second week. Ryan just dives right in, like no intro, no nothing.
Oh, the intro.
And Ryan just wants to go, and Rico is just kind of right into it. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give you guys a break, but there's no break coming in, so I have to just
Yeah.
interrupt and be like, okay, Rico, who the fudge are you?
Yeah, we started late.
Like,
No,
let's
yeah,
start with
that's
that, okay? Like, who are you? Where are you at? How you got started in this industry? Like, those are things. So let's start with who you are.
okay. Real quick, my name's Rico or Ricardo. I adopted the name Rico. All these Hawaiians just decided my name was Rico after a little bit, so I just kind of ran with that after moving to Hawaii. Originally, I started tinting in California, kind of like a side gig I picked up. I thought I did it when I was younger with some friends, the Polaris Tint and family in the 209 area. They're pretty good. Omar Silveira, Ulysses Silveira, and Alfonso Silveira, the younger brother. So I would tint with the older guys when I was younger, like 14, 13 years old. I did that for like 2 years running flea markets, kind of just their prepper, their friend. And then from there, I gave it up. High school came around. I got into other dumb shit, high school stuff. I didn't see the value in window tinting at that time in my life. And then I got older, got jobs, like different jobs, became a machine operator, and was kind of stuck as a machine operator, making good money, but kind of like a boring life. And I wanted something different. And I seen an ad on Facebook, hiring window tinter, $25 an hour, right? And I went. I'm like, oh, I could do this. I know I could do this. I went, and it was like a shop where the owner was subcontracting a guy that didn't want to teach anybody. So when I got there, the guy's like, "Let me see what you could do here." And so I had to cut the pattern. And the guys kind of gave me tips, and he's like, "Yeah, bro, you don't know shit. If you want to learn, it's $12 an hour." And I was like, "This was like 6 years ago, right?" And I was like, "Damn, I left home. I was making better money doing a lot of other things or on the side already." And I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna give it a shot." So I became friends with that installer, Joey, and he kind of taught me a way around hand cutting. Even though he was a plotter installer, he was really good, but he only taught me so much. But he allowed me to come in at my lunch and practice and, cut my own patterns in the bay or whatever. And so I got a little practice. That wasn't enough. I quickly got picked up by Alfonso Silveira. He's Polaris Tints and Wraps, the younger brother of the family, and he remembered me, from as a family friend when he was younger. He's younger than me, and he started teaching me how to really tint. He started teaching me how to two-stage. He didn't want me to bottom load, take anything apart, and how to reverse roll back windows. And then I basically became his back window guy. And then from there, I unfortunately he started hiring other people. Things got kind of slow during the winter. He brought his brother-in-law in, and kind of didn't have as much opportunity there. So I went to Stockton to Cal Customs, vinyl wrap and tint shop. Ran that, and then did that for a while with Sergio. Ran back to Modesto. Ran around a couple more shops. Ended up running a shop for somebody else, a glass shop. And then from there, I was pretty much running that for a while and running my own side gig, trying to figure it out, right? My garage, looking good, but not knowing anything about business, right? Like just making my weekly pay. And then moved to Hawaii, worked with a couple other people, and decided that I wanted to do my own thing. And just kind of went from there. Took what I learned and a lot of help from a lot of guys here in these groups and in the industry, and started a shop in Kailua Kona, which was really successful. But I had to rent an apartment there. I was leasing under the wrong contract with the wrong guy, and towards the end, he told me a week before, "Hey man, I'm losing the shop," and I was like, damn, bro, we're paying $2,500 for a studio to live in Kailua Kona. I got to drive an hour and a half back home on the weekends to the house and tend to our dogs and stuff, to our life. And then we lost the shop, but we're doing really good. We picked up really good with a lot of help of a lot of you guys, honestly, and a group called Tail Horse that I'm a part of. Helped me get that going, and it was going really well, but started shopping around for shops. Overhead was looking at like 7,000 or 8,000 just to run, not really like material costs at the end of the day. So it was just excessive to stay. And my girl had this nice house in St. Petersburg, and we decided. I heard Mike Young one day talk about bigger demographic. So there was a lot of cars that I wasn't working on in Hawaii because there was 40,000 people in Kailua Kona. So it was a little different situation, and I kind of wanted to get the startup experience, right? And start from scratch and see if I could do that and be in a bigger demographic and target higher end clientele. And so here we are, after a little while getting to know Florida and getting around. I tried to work for another paint protection film shop. They had bad practices. And I was like noticing things that they were doing kind of not right. So I was like, dude, and they were making like $100K a month. And they just were like slapping PPF on with gaps and cutting into paint. I'm like, damn, like, you know what? I can't be here. And left that, took a little time with my girl, and I was like, we just talked and fell into the right situation. And the landlord seems good into a remodeled build. And we've been at it for like, it's our second week or going on our third week. So,
nice.
Just getting started.
Bro. Like that's awesome. Sorry you
Are
had
you-
to kind of do all that jumping around. So how long were you in Hawaii?
4 years.
So you were in Hawaii for 4 years.
Yeah.
Okay. So total you've been in the industry 6 years. So you spent a couple years in California, learned the trade, and then now you're in Florida.
Yep.
So what made you go down to Florida? Like out of Hawaii, I know you said you wanted a bigger demographic, but what made you come to Hawaii? I mean, Florida, sorry.
So it was basically my girl's dad. He's a big engineer in California, and he's like a fully licensed contractor. Gets these really big projects, and from one day to another, like when we were out in Hawaii, he gave her that house, put it under her name. So we still got that house out there, and all our vehicles and stuff out in Hawaii. So we still have that going on, and I have some installers running around the island taking care of our installations mobile, or I pass on the work to some shops or to friends that install out of their homes. I got like 3 guys I can rely on. But her dad from one day to another said, hey, I got this house in St. Petersburg. He lives in California, has his whole business out there, and pretty much gifted it to my girl, his daughter. And that happened with the shop where we were kind of short noticed and back ended, and my girl said, you know what? We were struggling. We were just working hard, the whole year. Like I was at the shop like 12 hours a day, pretty busy. And we had the little studio in Kona, which was nice, beautiful living in Kona, but we were kind of like roughing it to run the business and going all in. And then that happened. And my girl's like, you know what? Let's go enjoy the house after the hurricane. The hurricane didn't take the house out, a recent hurricane that was out here. And she's like, you know what? Let's go try out Florida. So we came out, just kind of got on the plane and, took our earnings and came out to Florida. Left everything alone. We got to go back, man. We got to go back and get a couple things squared away because we got a lot of stuff going on out there still too. But
are you focusing mainly on auto there, or I see like a lot of flat glass stuff that you're posting too, right?
Yeah, so for flat glass, I've got a few jobs just getting around, going on, looking for them. And kind of networking. Some people have passed me some flat glass jobs. I do want to focus on it. Also, like I've tried to get into the subcontracting world and kind of learn my way around that, how that works. So you got to be clear with people and have your contracts and know what you're invoicing, and or you might end up getting played trying to fulfill a role and like be a team player. These people don't care. So kind of got that. I got some fuel in me right now, man. A couple people that just they try to always belittle somebody to an installer, and you're like, bro, like
Mm-hmm.
so, little situations. But I do want to focus on flat glass as much as I can, but with the shop, try to keep the prices up, do some flat glass, and get into more PPF. That's why I was asking about Tony if he's around here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Marco seems to like some of the stuff that you're doing. He said he might have worked with the same people you have, same shop owner. That's unique to find out that Marco worked at the same shop as you did.
I wonder which one. He's asking if I'm in Hawaii. So right now, not in Hawaii right now. I know it's kind of confusing, but but I kind of want to shut Hawaii down because I got a really good installer out there, but I'm getting a small cut. These are my friends, so I'm booking for friends and getting my 10-20%, which is cool. It's helped me get by here. I book a lot of $1,000 days from. I built a name in the business out there and a decent listing, but I kind of want to let go of all that and focus here because it's kind of hard. I do want to keep like that part of the brand, but also too, I have the possibility to go back soon and take like some vans out and get a good location and just get back on that when I set this up a lot better. After a good while here, like I got a lot to learn, guys. Like I just jumped into this. I got a decent playbook in my head, and I'm trying to put certain things into play. But I'm here to learn, man. Always. That's Rico. Basically, I'm just here to learn from a lot of you guys and to share what I got lucky to learn and all the gems that I've been blessed with as well. I've had a lot of people that dropped a lot of knowledge on me because I've worked for so many people. Good and bad, all kinds of different situations, different setups and systems, different types of shops. And I think in total, like I've been with at like 15 shops. Like in California, there was a handful of shops that I didn't even bring up. Like that, I was just there a couple months at these shops, and things didn't pan out for them or for me at the time. Some such good shops that at the time I wasn't a good enough installer for them to keep me at the pay that I wanted or pay different, just a lot of different things that could not add up for the installers always, right?
It's not every place isn't always a good fit for each other, that happens, it's probably best for you and the shops that you're not a best fit for to just keep moving too, rather than sitting there and just, either not growing or starting to resent, being there or even the job, there's plenty of people who love their what they do, but they don't like their job,
Yeah, that's what started happening at this PPF shop. So like I was there to be their installer, their tinter, and that was it. And I was supposed to be subcontracted, and I don't really know the logistics behind it all, but a lot of the times these guys will try to treat you like an employee when they're trying to pay you hourly, but structure it like a subcontractor. And I wasn't really worried about it, but then I started feeling like it was a job. Like they were expecting me to do like all the prep work for the PPF guys more than actually laying PPF down. And I was getting some hands-on enough to stay there, but I was starting to kind of not love my life as much as I do when I'm landing a job or, working with other people that are, sharing the wealth, and we're learning and growing, and,
yeah.
When I'm landing a job or,
Sorry, that was me.
The comments are no longer showing up. I just see Marco asked if I was in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the only one I see. Oh, and my phone's dead.
It
Oh, they're on the
stalled.
side though, right there. They're Sains. Yeah, I've been wanting to say what's up to Sains. Get to you know, come around and say who I am to you guys and let you guys know what I'm about. You know, like basically, I'm just here to enjoy life and to make great connections and make the best of it. I don't think I know everything. Thank God I was blessed to be in a lot of situations and around a lot of people with some conversation. You know, I'm kind of nerd out on this. Sometimes in 2 in the morning, I'm talking to my girl about tint, and she's like, or I'm like on the phone, like freaking 1 in the morning, like talking tint with people, random shit. You know?
Yeah, well, I mean, since like we've been in contact, you've been super eager all the time. You're always asking questions, and like you've been a part of the lives. Like I feel like since you found them, you've been
Yeah.
like constantly there. You're always a part. You're always a very positive. You got a lot of energy. You're there and you're talking with people, and it's on our end that's really cool to have as well.
Yeah, every time I get on your guys' lives, I'm just fucking laughing in the comments, man.
Well, it's good to see that, man. I mean, honestly, like that's what the whole point of this is, to engage with the guys, and you like Saints asks a lot of questions when it comes down to competition or any kind of thing happen. But I see the same thing with you. I see you in a lot of forums, including ours, and then you're always asking questions. You're always engaging, and I'm like, dude, I really got to meet you one day too, because I love that, and that's how, to me, I think that's the best way to grow is to engage. And I see you all over Mike Norg stuff, here, there, like everywhere. I'm like, damn, Rico. And then I hear about you in being California, and then in Hawaii, and now in Florida. I'm like, dude, like, the only two other people I know that are crazy like that are gonna be either um, Saints, Iron Man, or Jeremy Fireball Davis. Like I literally say Jeremy is like at 3 different places at the same time. So you intrigue me, and that's one of the reasons I was like, dude, I got to talk with this dude. You're always in the comments, and I love that. I love that energy, and then we got the training coming up next month, and you were like kind of intrigued on that too. And I'm like, damn, dude, like this guy really is interested in growth, and I love that aspect of it.
That was another reason too why Florida just seemed like for now a better space for me. Big Island is probably the end game. Maybe like 5 years we get to buy a house in Kailua Kona of the Big Island in Hawaii, and because where we have the house, it's a beautiful home, but it's on the south side of the island, so it's like it's far. Like we got all the best beaches. But for hustling, it is and growth, and like my girl's only 27. I mean, I'm already an old fart. I'm 34, but I'll be 35 this year.
No, you're
But
looking at some old farts. So there's a long way to get to old farts.
I'm getting there, man. I'm getting there. Oh, well, I got a little bit of age in me, but I still we wanted more hustle and bustle, a little more action, closer to action, and closer to the events and to meeting more like-minded people. I met all the installers I could on the Big Island, and I was like onto the Oahu, like chatting it up with all the guys on the next island, and that's it. Like those are the only people that I was gonna get to connect with and learn from and grow with. So over here, I knew all the events were closer to here, and I just can't wait to get the ball rolling, man, or get to these events.
How was
Yeah.
working down there and like I know getting product, like, and in fact like just shipping stuff to you, like when you win things was a pain in the neck sometimes. So I imagine getting different products and keeping stuff coming like can be a hassle when you're in Hawaii.
Yeah, honestly, Autobahn, Jason, he's my rep with Autobahn. He made things pretty smooth. Him and Janelle were on it. There was like one time that my box for some reason went to like another state and did like a little like some UPS shit, like what happened every now and then. But almost always, man, product came in good. And then what really helped me out is that Autobahn used to not charge the linear foot cut downs. So to add i3, I got to like get all my shades in 25-foot rolls, and then
Yeah.
because it took me a minute to even get into that, like upselling. Like I used to not understand, like I always seen it in shops, but I never understood the sales process and the sales cycles. So now I'm more intrigued in the selling of the product, and like how to offer it like to the customers, and for them to make the decision themselves. How to ask them the questions so they could open up and find their own pain points without me having to tell them why they need to upgrade. So
Mm-hmm.
like um, being able to get some i3 out there and start doing that was good. I realized, man, people want this stuff, and it's a much better market when you're getting closer to $8,000-9,000 a car. There was one day I did 3 cars in i3, and it was like $2,800. It was like a 10
Oh
hour
yeah.
day, but
Yeah.
that night I was on a good. I was happy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel like a lot of I'm seeing it, like down at Casha Shop too in Atlanta. There's a lot of people that we talk to that still think tint is tint and it's all the same and it's just to make your windows black. I just want dark windows. There's so many people that just really have no idea of like what tint can actually do for them.
Yeah, and it's so much worse here in Florida to like educate that consumer, because they're just like adamant about the fact that they've already been misinformed, and that they could get ceramic for $230, a 4-door car, down the street.
I had that happen today. I had a customer. We talked. He booked an appointment for the next tomorrow, and then 30 minutes later, hey, cancel my appointment. I'm like, what happened? Oh, I found tin for like $100 cheaper, and I'm like, dude, you asked for the best. I guarantee you that's not the best, but okay. If you just wanted price, I have something, but it's not gonna be the best. But it's one of
Oh,
those things.
I saw some of that. Was that the Suburban, the
Yeah,
customer? Yeah, I saw
yeah.
that.
So I'm oriented at the shop. I'm like, okay, like you can't win them all.
No.
But had a good conversation with him, and I'm like, he wanted our best stuff, and I'm like, okay. But then he wanted to go. He goes off the price, and it's the only thing I can say on that, in my point of view, is that the more we educate, the more we inform people and let them know what's out there. When they do mess up, when they do get the cheaper stuff and they have that issue, then they will realize what we were talking about. Because right now, you are sometimes just talking to people that don't want to hear it. But if you put it in their subconscious that, hey, there's better product out there, when it is hot or when it is film is failing, it's it'll come back at you. And we see that a little bit. We see that, we see more guys are now starting to want to get ceramic. They're starting to listen up, and having a group like this, or the new group that we just introduced, ask the pros, like we want engagement with the proper knowledge, not just like anything, not bad mouthing companies or installers or anything like that, but focus more on the positive, like, hey, how do we take this information and we educate our consumer? Because at the end of the day, it helps us all out. It helps out the tint community, right? Like, if we can tell you the difference between ceramic coating and PPF, because a lot of people think it's the same shit. Why am I gonna pay you $5,000 when I can get it done for like, $500? You guys are crazy, dude. Ceramic coating is not a protection.
Yeah, a
Like,
lot of the time, what I think is that everything I know is common knowledge. Even sometimes, like talking to people in the industry, like I'll feel like sharing some stuff, and like I feel like everything I share is just like everybody already knows it. Like it's just such common knowledge. Everybody knows, and then I'm like, wait, bro, you're like a geek of this shit. Like you really geek out on this. Like so sometimes I'm like, okay, maybe I gotta further explain, especially to the customers, because they really don't seem to understand at all what these products do, what they are, the differences, or anything like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
kind of too,
There's
I wanted a sales room this time, like a lobby. And I'm glad my girl, we got the shop, and she's like, oh, I seen these couches. Oh, I seen this desk. Oh, I seen this. And I'm like, but we need to allocate our money in other places. And now I'm like, you know what? Actually, uh, thank you, baby. Like, and she's doing great, man. She's killing it. She got our new listing. We had to get a different. We applied for a LLC. We couldn't get it under Tint Solutions, so we ended up doing a DBA just to get a listing real quick under Gulf Coast Tint Solutions because we are in the Gulf Coast. There's a bunch of Tint Solutions out here. We wanted to rebrand to the film department, kind of, but it's too broad. Not. It's like we thought we were thinking more like a cool high end thing. Maybe once later down the road we could rebrand. So we did that, and we reapplied for our LLC again under Gulf Coast Tint Solutions. Waiting on that, but she got the listing up today for Gulf Coast, and then our Hawaii listing reinstated because I don't know if one of my friends, local competitors, hated on me and somehow got me shut down, or if somebody moved into the building I was at. I think my homie hated because he wanted to buy it for $2,500, and I was like, I make like 800, a grand a week, just answering phone calls and practicing further how to speak on the phone. I'm like this all the time, guys. Like, this is me, my energy. I love coffee. I'm from Hawaii. I drink a lot of coffee, and I'll drink a Celsius in the afternoon. So I'm like, it's 2 cups, 3 cups a day. Like, I'm always like this. So with the customers, I'm always like, like a little over talking, and I've been practicing how to like really tone it down and make it more about them and their space, making them feel comfortable to open up and and kind of like trust more. So that was good practice. So I really enjoyed doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Or you see, you see Marco's comment, Marco, or he can do Gulf Coast of whatever city he is in. So you can combine both. I don't know. That's a good suggestion right there.
It's good. The thing is about this location, like I wanted to get a shop here in St. Petersburg. Like I wanted a shop 4 minutes down the street. I got a Publix here. I got my YMCA here. I got a Whole Foods right here. Everything 4 minutes away. It's a beautiful location. Like literally, I'm like right down the street from St. Petersburg downtown. Like we ride our bikes there. So I wanted right here 4th Street, but it was too hard. St. Petersburg is like I kept shopping around for shops and nothing was good. And when this one popped up remodeled, I was like, okay, had AC. I know my girl's not going to want to tint without the AC in the back. I know my customers ain't going to want to be in a hot ass shop, or I can't give them the same time of day. And, in just a shop. So I got that one, and it's in between 3 cities. So we really service the Gulf Coast versus just one city. It's in an industrial area right in between St. Petersburg, Clearwater, and then even Tampa's 20 minutes over a bridge. But the bridge is right there. So, like, the Gulf Coast is not necessarily Tampa, the Tampa Bay, but it's this whole side, which is a lot of cities out here. Like, there's Largo, Seminole, St. Petersburg, Clearwater. And I kind of want to advertise to everybody out here, like, but
I lived in Largo for a little bit.
In Largo?
Yeah.
No way. Yeah. That's down the street. That's where Jeremy Shapiro moved his shop. He got his last shop got hit by a hurricane. He had a shop in St. Petersburg, right here downtown, and he had to move to another shop. He's in Largo right now.
Oh, nice.
Largo's also 5 minutes away from me. So, yeah, Gulf Coast, it is right now. Everyone has to change their mindset on this. You have to close something that people will search for on the social media and good SEO. As far as SEO, I want to pay somebody to get it going. I'm building a website right now, and I'm going to want to pay somebody. I want it to be the right fit, and I want to learn from them. So it's kind of tough. I'm like shopping around, like, okay, I'll pay for SEO, but I want to understand what I'm paying, and I want to understand more. I want to learn. Like, if they're gonna make money helping, I want to go back and forth with them a little bit.
Yeah, it makes sense because there's I feel like there's so many people now advertising like SEO services and stuff, and I feel feel like a lot of them don't put in the work that of them do. You know what I'm saying? I've heard stories of people like paying people, you know, for these services and not really getting any results, and be like, "Where's my money going?" You know?
Well, SEO does take a little time, but there is a lot of companies reaching out and selling false hope. They might be legit, but they're overselling and under delivering. Right? Once they get your money,
Right?
they do
Yeah.
want to keep you on board, but some of them just want to keep going to the next guy, sell the next guy. It's kind of how these companies works. They work with sales companies, and then there's the next guy, the next guy. So when there's always a next guy, the priority is never going to be you. So I kind of want to keep it down to somebody that's gonna need kind of want my money more than somebody that's just trying to get more money from more people, right?
Yeah.
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 So I'll get into it soon. I know it's important but for now, I think direct. What we're gonna try is just we're gonna run our own Facebook ads. Today, we were kind of blocking off a lot of the areas and talking to a friend that was kind of running me down how he does it, and kind of just try to watch videos and learn how to run ads. Because in Hawaii, we never had to. It was all word of mouth. It was a small city. I went in, I met people. People saw my work. I was good to people. I hooked people up. They recommended me. It was easy. It was a lot different than here. Here, I don't know anybody. Over there, I already knew everybody. All like the more like the spenders, I already knew them from running. Like we have a food truck in Hawaii, so we did a lot of big events with a lot of people, and so we got to meet up people easily, I guess, and just networking a lot easier over there than here.
Yeah.
A connection is more valuable. Once you build a connection, it does a lot for you there because it's a smaller community. So I never had to do ads, man. I would rank number 1 at the top. If you look Tint Solutions Kailua Kona, I'm at the top, under a guy that's been there for 40 years, above guys that have been there for 30. So I'm like, damn, that was easy. Probably shouldn't be telling everybody that because they're gonna go move to the big island.
Nice.
What I mean is, if you can read and learn, then you can learn this yourself. Okay, I think he's talking about doing the
SEO.
Yeah, SEO and ads. Yeah, the SEO from what I have gathered, it's basically they do backlinks and case studies and list you in directories for your website, and they also run SEO on Google. 2 separate SEOs, right? Websites on Google.
I don't fully understand it.
Yeah.
There's the biggest problem with the SEOs right now is that with AI, there's a lot of changes that are happening, and there's a lot more updates that's happening. So if you are working on it, you do have to spend some time to keep updated with it. So if you did SEO, let's say 12 months ago, and a lot of the stuff has changed, in the last 6 months to 12 months. So the same thing may not work. Now, a lot of the similarities are there, but you just have to stay on top of it. So it kind of just depends on how much time you have to spend on it. The more time you have, the more you can keep up with it, the better you'll be able to do it if you want to do it yourself. Now, if you're busy...
Yeah, that's going to be a damn job. If my girl don't get it down, I'm not going to be able to, because I already know, like, this shit, when it goes up, I'm fucked. I'm giving up my life for a little bit once this goes up. Like, I'm gonna try and be slammed at the shop every day as long as I can, every night. I don't care.
If you're trying to be slammed, and I mean, if you are busy and then you're making that money, this is what one of my friends always tell me is that, listen, you don't need to do everything yourself, because you can take that time. If you can make more money doing it yourself, like if you can make 500 in 2 hours and it costs you $200 to get that work done, is it worth it for you to go do it yourself and do it for $200, or is it worth it for you to go do your job, make $500, pay somebody $200, pocket $300, or make $300 and pocket $100, and not have to worry about it and let the professionals do it? We all talk about we are the professional when it comes down to tint, and it's a certain way. Our craft is on skill, but then at the same time we're always trying to cut the corners and try and do everything ourselves. like, oh man, I can do this myself. I'm not gonna pay anybody to do that. Bro, it's the same thing when the guy says, hey, I'm gonna buy from eBay and I'm gonna tend it myself. I ain't gonna pay nobody else to do it. But when they do it, oh, that's fucked up. But when you do it, man, I'm hustling. I'm trying to like save money. I'm trying to do that. I mean, we're hypocrites. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Like a
Yeah.
lot of people are gonna hate that, but come on, man. Like if you're talking about your profession, focus on your profession. Make the damn money, and pay somebody else to do the grass cutting, to do the other stuff.
So
I
bring the
mean,
money in.
yeah, bring the money in. You know, if you're not busy and you don't have anything to do it, that's when you focus on that and be like, shit, I'm gonna get that ground running. I'm gonna get the the setups done, the foundation done. But if you can bring in 5 cars and spend 8 hours on 5 cars or 10 hours on 5 cars and make, like you said, $2,800, $3,000, shit. If I'm paying somebody $500 to do my SEO or $1,500 for my SEO for the whole month, shit, I'll bring in 3 extra cars, 5 extra cars to make that money happen and not stress about it. And then once I'm done, I ain't looking up SEOs. I'm going home and I'm relaxing, or I'm enjoying my dinner, or it's family time.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
really.
That's my opinion. It may not be the right opinion, but it makes sense to me. Is that when we talk about it, like, man, that's not the same shit, and then we do the exact same thing, man. Like, I paid $18,000 to have my gutters done at the shop. It's I'm not gonna go up there 40 feet up there and climb on the roof and hang
Try to figure
out
it
and,
out.
and, and, and have the gutters now like line up, or not have the angle and all that stuff. Now, I did since we weren't too busy, we did paint it ourselves because the painting didn't take that long and we had a lift
Yeah.
to do it. I'm scared of heights, but I saved $8,000 on that. That $8,000 made sense for me to do 3 days
Yeah.
of work to save that money and paint the building ourselves, than to have somebody else do that on that aspect. So it's like you gotta balance it out. Now, if I was busy, shit, I would have just paid for somebody to do that as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of times like my father-in-law, he does absolutely everything and anything himself. Like he is mega successful, but it doesn't matter. Everything he just wants to get it done, and kind of like got that in our head and in my girl's head. Like today, my girl, she brought up doing paid ads, and I'm like, yeah, honey, but if we pay somebody already $500, like there's a guy trying to charge us $500, and he'll do our ads, man. And then she's like, no, we could do it. We could do it. So I was like, all right. So I called my friend, and he started explaining it to my homie Shineless. He's in Santa Ana. He runs his own ads. So I was like, okay, well, we could learn it and figure it out. And then, once we get a few more cars in, then I'll start putting money into that. Or hopefully XRP goes up. That's kind of what's been holding me back. I just want to keep all my money right there. Like I've been like this for like 6 months. I'm like, this is leave all this there. Like I don't want to touch that. So, but I'm gonna start digging into it a little bit and put it betting on myself, versus versus betting on that.
No,
Yeah.
definitely, man, definitely. So, what are
Yeah.
you looking forward to? What is your plan for the next 6 months to a year? What is Rico looking forward to or investing into?
I really want to learn business and reallocate my money back into my business, but definitely for installations, get more trainings down, because I only took Mike Norm's training. I've done PPF with other shops as far as everything, but the actual laying and cutting, I've only done that like a handful of times. When I say handful, like maybe laid like 5 hoods by myself and done like 5 bumpers just completely by myself. But I took Mike Norm's training, so I have like a kind of like a decent understanding about it. But I want to take another training. I want my girl to take another training, and I want to become a shop, kind of like Tint 360 and these other shops that sell protection packages, and where you look at where you see the customer, and you target the customer that's could potentially spend $10,000, $12,000. I seen it here, and it just blew my mind. The quality they were putting out. This shop I was at, within 6 months, they were making $100,000 a year, and it's like he has one installer, and the installer taught his wife and brought in another helper. and they have $100,000 system. They brought in one salesman and they just run the system and they're doing that. There's a market, and I'm good at coatings. I've done coatings. I've done PPF. I see that people do horrible work, don't care or misunderstand the steps to take to avoid like lip lines or mistakes, or they just don't even take the steps or understand. They just do it. They didn't they didn't put all this time and thought into how they're gonna actually do it, and they just did it. So I'm like, out here, I want to really start selling more PPF and coatings to keep my prices on my tint high, and eventually pick up some good flat glass projects along the way, and keep the money to put back into the business and hire and train and do this right, and hopefully scale soon enough to move into these new warehouses behind the shop that there's landlords building that are a little bigger. Rent's gonna be like maybe $1,400 more, but they're big warehouses, brand new, like a good they're a good product. Like the 12-foot insulated roll-up doors. So it's gonna be like $3,700. Right now I'm paying $2,400. I think I could do that. I think if within a year I could get this system down and hire a little help. I really think I could use the space, and I would love to grow into that space and into a more like a more automotive restyling shop versus just a tint shop. That's kind of what I was. I would do vinyl. I'll take on vinyl projects and small paint protection film stuff, but never like fully like, hey, I can do that. You need to paint protection film your whole car. Let's get this protected before this happens. We could do this coating. We could coat your glass. You know what? We could take your rims off, clean them, coat those. We could coat your interior. You know, you know. Give me your underwear. I'll tint that. So, hey, we could like how they were PPF in the Louis Vuittons. Like, we could do that too. Let's go. Like,
Ceramic coating is more needed on the underwear than the tin on it. So just make that drip just kind of go right. Yeah.
We took the smart lamps right there. Yeah, just hopefully take it slow is the goal, and kind of brand ourselves correctly and target the right customers and not get like desperate for work to even go. We just want to go higher than lower out of scarcity and fear, because it's easy. It's easy to get scared and to just be like, hey, I'll drop prices,
I mean, it's hard to stick with the program and kind of let it work out. But, one of the things that you'll see out there that a lot of the guys that are successful is like, hey, man, you got to keep pushing. You got to keep pushing. You got to keep pushing. You got to stick to your, gut feeling and the program that you're assigned to. Yes, there's times where you got to modify a little bit here and there to kind of make sure that you're not wasting too much, but at the same time, you got to stay to your standards. You got to realize what your core value is and stick to it. So I definitely agree with you, man. That's great plans on that. Love to. I appreciate you coming on, man. First of all, I'm sorry that we were late. And I appreciate you sharing your history, your future, and it's awesome to kind of meet you here, even it's virtual. One day, hopefully, we can meet in person.
No, I would love to meet you guys, and we are gonna meet, man, and bullshit, and have some good laughs and some good conversations, man. Definitely, yeah. I appreciate you guys having me on here. Thank you.
Bro, I love your story. I love what you're doing. I love the motivation that you have for the industry. I love the energy, man. I mean, we can see it in the comments. I mean, we see it every time. Like Ryan said, we see you on this platform. We see you on other platforms, and we see that. You even got me in your Tin Horse, chats. Even though I don't pay attention to it a lot, I'll be honest. But I occasionally will go in there and I'll take a look at it and look at some of the videos. There's a lot of activities going on. There's just so much stuff. There's not enough time of day on it. Like my kids today were like, hey, you want to go to the movies because summer's like, almost getting there. I'm like, no, today's Monday. I've got the podcast. Make up a story. Say you're sick.
Yeah, no, understood. Yeah, I can see that. Like in that group, it's a really great group that's helped me. That exclusive quality tints and Tint Labs Plus. Jeff and Vic. They started this like 2 years ago, and we just started adding people and removing people and kind of building up a good little back and forth. And it's something that we check at all. We check all the time, but sometimes like I myself have to learn how to put it down. Because it's just always you want to know about something. It's always going down, and different times, different topics, but there's always some type of topic and something to share on or to learn from or ask about, or somebody gets on that, it's been a really good group for me, and made Hawaii possible, and them and you guys and groups like this are kind of why I took the plunge in Hawaii, and kind of why I took the plunge here, like right now I'm like, fuck it, like I'm gonna make this happen, show people it could be done, and we're doing this, man. Like, motivate and support, let's go. Like, I'm doing this too with you guys. I'm not just talking about it, and I'm not trying to sound like I know it all when I talk. I just like to share. I'm just a big sharer and talker and blabber mouth. And Marco asked if I'm going to the event. Hopefully, man, it's coming up soon. um hopefully we can go this next month. So, but it isn't too far, so it's a lot different than in Hawaii. I was always like, hopefully, and obviously slammed, and it's like, maybe I could have put the time aside to do the stuff, and I had the money to do it, but then I'm like, well, those are long flights, like,
Well, the
Yeah.
flight to there to here is only an hour. If you're gonna drive up here, it's about 6 hours.
yeah.
Marco is saying if you go, I'll go.
I thought Marco was already going. I would love to go. What are the stats on it again? What are the dates? Yeah, Marco, you can
August
back it
16,
out.
August 16 and 17. So it's about a month away.
Okay.
It's a Saturday, Sunday, so that way it doesn't take away too much from work. I've got a few people, actually, just a couple more people just signed on today. But I've got a lot of people are either flying in Friday night and gonna be there Saturday and Sunday, and flying out either late night Friday or early morning.
Sunday.
I recommend the early morning just because we do plan on having after event dinner to kind of discuss what everything has been learned, and take everybody's point of view, and kind of share with the people that's there to kind of grow, especially on the business aspect of it. Like the technique aspects is all good and stuff. We want to educate as all around, like the business aspect, the CRM aspect, the sales part. Like, we want to kind of encompass a full round session for this. That's why it's for intermediate and advanced. I had a couple people reach out and be like, "Hey, man, uh, beginner." I'm like, "This is not for beginners. We're not gonna teach you how to top cut, how the film lays down. It's not that. It's like, you already know that. You're coming down here when it's coming down to hands-on. You're coming on to like, hey, how do I go faster? How do I make a cleaner install? How, if I want to compete, how do I get to that level to compete?" That's your hands-on training. Hey, how do I shrink these Charger back windows? How do I work on a Corvette? How do I handle these Tesla big windows? Like, that's the stuff that the focus on hands-on is going to be. But the other half is going to be focused on CRM, business, sales, or overhead. Like, that's where I think the key core value is going to be different from a lot of other events, is that we're actually going to discuss it. We're actually going to have engagement on it. It's not going to be like, here's the thing and you're done. No, it's like, hey, what's your problem? Like, what scenarios you run into? How do we address that? And we're going to build on this. I mean, we're going to have a video guy that's going to be there, that's going to take down some of the stuff, so that way we can, fine tune it as we proceed into the future, because there will be other events that will pick off this. But $299, this just says that, hey, I'm locked in. $299 for any training is nothing. Okay,
Yeah.
so like, it's in 2
great.
days, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's a
Damn.
great facility. I mean, that $299 right there is gonna be just your food, but we got
Yeah.
goodies. Like, there's goodie bags. You're gonna take home a custom knife that's gonna have your name on there. So Roger Mann, our Red Dot King, is collaborator on this, and he's gonna you're gonna get a custom knife with your name for just showing up. Like that's already happening. Tim Wiz is a collaborator, and they're gonna have some goodie stuff for
They're
you
gonna
for
pop
both
up.
tin and PPF. So like your money when it comes down to like, hey, it's $2.99, dude. $2.99 is nothing. If you can't make that $2.99 commitment on here, man, maybe it is not for you because then you're not trying to invest in yourself. No hard feelings. It's just the truth, man. Most people are spending $3,000 on something like this kind of program. But you're gonna have Marco, you're gonna have Sean G, you're gonna have Ryan there, you're gonna have Fernando Saints there, you're gonna have
The
Dustin
Dustins.
Gonzalez, you're gonna have Dustin Hall. Like you're gonna have trainers there, you're gonna have people that are freaking killers, and they're gonna be there. You're gonna have a guest speaker, business, can't say who it is, but you're gonna definitely appreciate who it is when it comes down there. And you're not there, you're like, shit, I should have been to that one. So it's that stuff. So spin the wheel. Yeah, let's do that. Spin the wheel. That's not a problem.
No,
Okay,
yeah,
so there are
I
all gonna
totally
be
agree.
available.
Just the conversations and the connections and like if somebody goes correct, they come correct. They know who they want to ask what. Fuck, you're going back with more than a goodie bag. You're going back with the gains, man. You're gonna go home with some gains. And that's what it's
Yeah.
about, man. Everybody needs to know what's going on in business, like where they're losing money and where they're not really making money, because it's easy to think that you're making money in this industry. You're
Marco,
like,
you can't get away with a fire alarm on this one, and this is not gonna be that group. I guarantee you that. But this is also a small town. It's Atlanta, but it's north of Atlanta. There's only like 3 hotels right there, but they all know like who did it. It's not gonna be like the big Marriott where you can get away with it.
hey, they're coming after you.
So don't think you can put that soap in there and blame it on somebody else. They're definitely
Now,
gonna know.
Marcos, everybody knows it was you.
Yeah, everybody's gonna know it was you. uh,
He'll stay in Atlanta.
I'll stay in Atlanta. I can't risk it. I need my.
Let him sleep.
So you know what? There's a hotel across the street. So we'll tell everybody this hotel, and then you can go right across the street and not worry about it, Marco.
Look at my
Uh,
lady. She said she's gonna make a page. We're gonna make her a Tinter page because she tints. She knows how to tint. She shrinks windshields. She tints. She lays a lot of doors and quarter windows and stuff. Like she's pretty good. She says, "Can I go with
so yeah,
Rico
you can
even
go.
if I'm
Like,
not a pro?" Dude, she's
listen.
the one that's gonna learn the most too. She's
Bro,
gonna.
like business aspect. So if you have some knowledge on it and you want to come in and you want to focus more on the business side. So what we're the other thing that I didn't point out, listen, I just listed 6 trainers right there, right? That's the hands-on and business a little bit, but there's other people for business. Our goal on this event is more one-on-one action. So like if I've got 12 people there, my goal is to at least have 4 to 6 trainers for you, so that way there's always a trainer for every 2, maximum 3 people. So like if I get 24 people, I guarantee you there's going to be at least 8 trainers there. And that doesn't include admins. Like that doesn't include me, Thomas, other people that's going to be out there as admins to help out, arrange this thing, making everything smooth, coordinate everything. You're going to have Tim Wiz with their cameras out there, but it's going to be a lot of that stuff. So hey, your choice what you want to do with it, but I'm going to tell you, when you see what happens at this event, there's going to be a lot of people like, shit, I should have gone to that. But the $2.99 is not. It's not for the money. It doesn't pay anything because the space itself is costs a lot more than that.
Yeah.
But it's just to put you on the hook, saying, "Hey, you're taking it seriously. You want to learn. You want to grow, and let's do this stuff." Have a great night, Marco. Thank
Good
you.
night, Marcos. Thanks for being here, man. Can't wait to meet you, bro.
All
Good for
right. Yeah.
Marcos.
All
He
right.
hit us with
So
that one.
we
He
got
is full
2
of game.
spins today. Obviously, we got the Meta glasses. And the funny thing is, on this Meta, I had a call from Wayne earlier. He's like, God damn it, Cash. Why you had to post about it? Because 2 days ago, or 3 days ago, it was only one. then it was 2, and then I posted about it yesterday. Now there's 4. But that's still a great chance, man. You have a 25% chance of winning.
Yeah.
But it was all good. He
That's what I
was
told my
laughing
girl
about it.
today. I was like, we gotta do something. Like, we're I had to run to the DMV. They were gonna close, and I was like, we gotta do something real quick. And I was like, damn, what to do? I was like, should I take these door handles off? I was like, I can't even wrap my door handle. I wanted to make like a sick tip, not just like a basic type of little
You
installer real
got
quick, you
you
know?
got in,
So,
bro. I love the glove. I love the skeleton glove on it.
yeah.
It was definitely cool to see that. But yeah, we got that, and then we're gonna do 2 giveaways tonight. One film pro hat, and then one black on black hat. So I know there's a lot of people that like the black on black hat. So I'm gonna do 2 giveaways tonight. One is gonna be for the regular film hat, and the other one is gonna be for the black on black. So since we got people on both platforms, YouTube and on Facebook. So I kind of like this setup like that. We have both comments on the right side, left side. So
The YouTube comments didn't come up though, or like they're frozen.
You sure?
Yeah, unless somebody else added, because or maybe I missed, because I just see that top one. PPF is protection and ceramic coating or sunscreen.
Yeah, I don't
Just
see anything after that, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody has commented on there. Maybe somebody could comment on there.
There's
We
not a lot
know.
of comments happening tonight, especially with the live going off and on. I think a lot of people left like, damn, Cash can't get his shit on.
Yeah.
Let's go home. You know, like so the views are definitely low tonight. The comments are definitely low tonight. And I think a lot of it is because I messed up. So I
It's no way,
apologize,
Car.
guys. I was trying to make the experience better. I just ended up effing it up.
No,
So
it's cool. This is a cool setup. This is like the coolest setup that it has. So, hey, you know, the next one will be cooler.
Well, yeah. I mean, my whole goal was to like have more, you know, sounds effects on there, and I just spent money on this mixer that I thought was gonna be cool as hell. It had funny noises, and I tried to test it last night because I got it yesterday, and I'm like, I was like a kid. I couldn't wait for it, so I was up at like 10 something last night trying to play with it. And then today I just had a migraine. I had to run around and do a whole bunch of stuff, and then I was supposed to take a nap before the live, and I got another toy in. I got my 2 arms for my screens, and I spent an hour and a half working on that. And then once I got that connected, I don't know what I did. I turned everything off. I had to restart my computer like 5 times. This finally worked. Like, dude.
Oh, you're troubleshooting like a mother.
Yeah. So
it was fun, man.
I just was listening while doing some other stuff. There you go.
YouTube's working
on there. So the YouTube is working.
It works. That's
a lot of comments happening. Cool. All right, so let's bring on the wheel for the hats first. I think the hats are gonna be the way to kind of go first. So I'm gonna wheel of name. So
hey, Cash, can we change your name to Kosh, like right there where it says your name?
Hey man, you know what? Kosh, Cash, whatever works for you, bro. Whatever.
No, I just keep seeing everybody still running with Kosh, like ever since that live with Mike Berg.
I took a nap for you, Kosh. Thank you, Marco. I appreciate that. All right, so let's get them names up here. Doesn't matter. You can put your name on YouTube or on Facebook. We will get you up in here. All right, this is for the hats, guys. Let's see. I put my name down, and if I win the regular hat, you can give it to Mother Marion. There we go, Wayne. I love that. All right, so I got Wayne on here. Mother Marion, I know it was in here. Oops. Kush is in Korean. Laugh out loud. All right, Fernand.
Justin, Sophia T.
Justin H. Sophia T. Got
Sophia
you.
T, that's my girl.
I love it.
Honey, come
Sophia,
say
yeah,
hi.
you gotta come to the event. You definitely will learn a lot of business aspect on it. Make Rico's ass, you know, get you over here.
Yeah, I think we'll make it. We'll have a conversation tonight and plan it, and I think we'll make it, man. We really want to meet you guys and just be a part of the industry and further grow. So sounds awesome.
Love it, love it.
It should be a good time.
Justin D. Oh man, there's two Justins. Justin V, Justin H. Okay. All right, I got that. Anybody else? You got 1 minute, and then we'll do the spin on it. So 60 seconds. So the moving, how hard was the moving for you?
Luckily, my father-in-law had came a little bit before us and had already purchased all the furniture and had brought the sprinter here and left the sprinter here. So when we moved here, it wasn't too hard, man. We got some storage units in Hawaii, and now we're still paying those storage units. Gotta go get a couple things situated, but yeah, we kind of packed up. It was kind of hard actually because it was a lot of work. We worked for like the entire last week, every hour of the day. We were sleeping like 4 hours because we wanted to set up the house for Airbnb. So we just like, man, we did like a month's worth of work, just me and my girl, like, in a couple weeks at the end. So that was pretty hard. But once we got packed up and shipped out a couple things out here and took a couple things with us, we stopped in Cali and had the holidays with our family, and with
Nice.
our. So that was nice. And from there, we got on the plane, got here, and it was great. It wasn't too hard. We already had a lot of things together, so it was nice. It was a smooth transition.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Love it.
The
All
only
right,
thing that was
guys.
hard was getting to know people, or like figuring out your city and everything.
Yeah, I mean that's a beautiful place where you're at now too, man. I mean, but I can't compare it with Hawaii, man. Like Hawaii is Hawaii. So,
Yeah.
uh, Tampa is a cool place.
That's cool.
Clearwater is just not that clear as the name says, but that's my opinion. I lived in Orlando for a little bit back
Nice.
in the day, so.
You know
But
the area.
anyways, I
Yeah.
know the area. Yeah, I know the
Cool.
area. So, been there a couple different times.
There's a lot more people
Well,
familiar with this area versus
but that was also a long time ago as well too. But I'm old. You can see by the gray hair. All right, guys. Last 10 seconds.
Look at my girls. Excited to meet you guys.
Love
Sounds
it.
like we're going.
Love it. Love it. Yep. It sounds like we're locked in.
Yeah, sounds like we're locked in.
Locked in on it.
You did it, honey.
So. All right. So there's the wheel. I'll take away the face, YouTube, and then. All right. 10 seconds, guys. Last name. So if anybody else wants their name up in here, get it now or forever hold your peace. All right, I'm gonna shuffle it. 10.
Hey, that's cool. I didn't know you guys jumped on for the Monday mornings.
Yeah, so we do a Monday morning at 9. Wait, hold on, 9:30, and then we do Wednesday at 3 p.m. So Wednesday, 3 p.m. We thought about it. We're like, dude, Wednesday is the middle of the week. 3 p.m. is typically the time where you're trying to take the second energy drink. You're trying to get that coffee, and you want that, something to kind of kick you alive. So we were like, hey, why not do a round table? I got you. Well, it's Justin. It's also about the business, so it's not just about the training on the tint. It's also gonna be a lot of focus on business and everything that kind of goes with it. Fernando wants a hat. All right, Fernando, we're spinning it. All right, Rico, whenever you say it, we'll spin it for you, bro.
In that thing. Oh, man, it's close. All
All right, Vegas.
Vegas.
You got that colorful film hat. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Now,
Congrats,
has
Vegas.
Vegas won one of those hats before or no?
I don't
Ryan
think
doesn't have a
so.
list with him.
I have my list. Hold on.
All right,
I don't think you
you
did.
got them down, or you want me to note it down?
I wrote it down. Yeah.
Okay. All right. One more, and this is gonna be. I finally got a hat. There you go. This is gonna be for the black on black guys. Whenever Rico says it.
Spin it. Black on black.
Black on black.
This is for the murdered out. Wayne.
Congratulations, Wayne. I guess Mother Marion's getting a black on black hat.
Oh, nice.
Congrats, Wayne
Wayne.
said Mother Marion's get that black on black. Wayne, we're still sticking with that, or are you gonna keep that black on black?
It's Wayne Woodman, right?
Yep, Wayne Woodman.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll see what happens with that. Someday I'll win. Don't give up.
Oh, you'll
will
win.
I guarantee you that.
Guaranteed. Yeah.
I have the black on black hat. Yeah, Mother Mary is already celebrating.
No,
Uh,
she already has one, right? Is that what she's saying?
no, yes, that good if she wants it. Wants the black and black. Yeah, she wants to keep it, Wayne. Oh well, Mother Mary says, I have the black on black.
She
keep
could give it
Wayne.
to Dustin. Dustin.
Oh, yep. Okay. If not, I'll take it.
Vegas will trade with her.
Oh, there you go. Mother Marion, Vegas said he'll trade with you. He wants the black and black. You can have the color. It's up to you guys now. Put it in the comments. Well, I'm gonna bring the other one.
Black and black.
All right.
What?
So, where's my?
So Marion and Vegas.
All right.
Okay,
So
here's
there's that. All right. So for this one here,
Drum roll, please.
there's only 4 names on here. I'll trade her if she wants the color one. Cool, I'll do it, Vegas. All right.
You guys
All right,
can't think.
Yeah, so
You guys
I'll
can't
trade
think
her.
that it's cheating when I win. Hey, if Science was here, he'd be like, or Saiyans, he'd be like, nah, I'm winning.
All right.
Good luck, guys.
Ryan, you want to tell me when to spin it?
Hit it.
There's 4 guys. I just want to like. Shanji's name is big as hell.
Oh, Shanji got it. Congrats, Don.
Shanji got the meta glasses. Congratulations, Sean.
He makes a lot of content, so
Yeah, he does.
that could really come in handy for him.
that was a good one. Yeah, that could come in handy for him.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Congratulations, Sean.
And thanks for having me, guys. You know, I just
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
kind of like say what's up to everybody. Everybody doesn't think I'm, just a stranger in the comments. A little more familiar with everybody.
Hell yeah.
All right. Any
Especially
last
with you two
words?
as well. Man, I wish everybody the best. God bless you guys. Everybody, take care of yourselves. All love, man. That's what it's all about. All love.
So one last thing before we go, there were some comments about the Film Pros going private. That group is going to be going private. That is just for the pros, but we also opened up a new group. So if you're not a part of it yet, go be a part of it. And the point on this group is ask the pros. Basically, we want to have conversations with consumers and clarify things for them. Insulation, what product they should get, how good that product is, what the pros recommend. And again, the only thing we ask is no bashing, no foul play, no negativity. be a professional and help out, just like you would do in the pros, help out each other, but also help out the consumers. And ultimately, you may end up earning some consumers yourself. So, but yeah, it was definitely nice to put the face to Rico. You should have seen the first picture he told sent me for his promo. It had the back. It was like he's. I'm like, what the heck, dude? Like, people want to see your face, not your back.
He's being all elusive, mysterious.
No
I was gonna come
anonymous,
on with the anonymous mask.
dude. There's no anonymous shit in our groups, even on the public one.
This is not the 313.
There's no
Oh,
Yeah.
I
anonymous,
thought I
bro.
was on 313. My bad. My
No,
bad.
no anonymous. Even on the public one, somebody already, as soon as I make that group, somebody already posted anonymous, and I didn't have a chance to go turn off anonymous, and I removed his comment. I sent him a message, bro. There's no anonymous shit on this group, even though it's a public group. There's no anonymous. You want to ask a question, you want to answer somebody,
Yeah.
you're gonna answer it with your
Accountability.
ID.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No
Accountability
shame in
100.
asking questions, man. It's good shit. When you're asking questions, it's good. It's better than not understanding things. You know, fuck that anonymous stuff.
Yeah.
It was probably Marcos. He loves doing that on the
Probably
313.
Marcos. Marcos gonna be like, what the hell?
I always know the 313 girl, like, that's Marcos right there.
Um,
Or you always guessing, like, you kind of know who it is. Like, that's that motherfucker. He's the one.
so this is the new group. It's called Film Ask the Pros. So it's
That's
filming
gonna be the
between.
open,
Yes.
one.
So this one you can kind of relate to 313, but
There's a
this is
lot
gonna
too.
be more like professionally answered and stuff. So this will be the public. So it's in the name. Film Ask the Pros, public awareness. Like that's the whole goal, guys, is to interact with the public, with the professionals, kind of build a bridge, and let's educate each other and let's grow professionally together. That's the goal, man. I mean, honestly. So, film acts the pros, public awareness. It's in the title. We opened up about a couple hours ago, and we already got about 33 people in there, so that's cool. So, but yeah, get on there and engage, man. Grow your audience. It's all about what you can reach out with the social media. Growth is everything. And for people in the comments, I am gonna share it on there as well. So that way, if you wanna click on that, you'll be able to see that or go to that page. But there you go. How weird, anonymous in a public group. All right.
What's crazy is the majority of the comments on that group were anonymous. Oh, like
There's a lot
everybody
of them.
wants to post anonymous. That's crazy.
No,
Mhm.
bro, no anonymous. It's all gonna be accountability. But again, like I said, it's all about growth. It's all about education. That's the biggest thing we're gonna push on both sides, even on the pros, even on the Ask the Pros, is the education aspect of it. Help each other out, be better professionals, but also help out the consumers so they can understand. And then hopefully, once you build a network of professionals, then you can also get some clientele because now they trust you, right? So like the goal is to build the credibility, so that way, hey, if they're in Florida in Tampa area, they know like, hey, Rico is a professional that's holding accountability, holding certain standards for his installs. I'm gonna go to him because I see that, and that's where what ultimate goal is with that group, as well as to build that bridge for the tinters, for the PPF installers, for the ceramic coating guys, for the wrap guys, all of that. So the trainers, everybody, because you want the answer properly, especially when it comes down to like, hey, is this install good or not?
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Yeah.
Ryan jumped back on. So let's just see what Ryan's got, and then other than that, I'm gonna say good night on my end.
Yeah, I just wanted to say goodnight to Ryan too. I was like, where'd Ryan go? I was about to bring that up. How to say goodnight.
Later,
All right,
guys. Good
guys.
night. Yeah, my
All right,
All
service,
right.
thank
I
you
think,
guys.
I just
Yeah.
dropped.
Have a great night, guys. Have a good
Have
one.
a great night. Thank you.
Later.
Bye.
It was a good time. Later, guys.
Appreciate you being on here, bro.